Hey everybody, it's Chainsaw Reacts back once again with another tier list ranking video for you guys. Today I'm ranking all of the Ultimate Aliens and new aliens that Ben earned in Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. I'm really excited to get into this, and thankfully Ben 10 Theorist, who helps me with all the Ben 10 videos that I do, thank you so much Ben 10 Theorist, he actually made this tier list for me, just in case I went on Tier Maker, the website, and saw one that had spoilers and stuff. So thankfully he made one for me, and gave me the list of names in order, just in case I forget them, because I'm bad with names, as you guys may know. So thankfully there's that as well. So I may be looking over here at the cheat sheet if I need to. And it's been a long day, so I do apologize. I'm really tired. But anyways, let's dive in. Let's rank all the Ultimate Aliens and new aliens. Starting off with, I think, a pretty good one, Ultimate Humongosaur. I love Ultimate Humongosaur. I love the redesign. I'm going to use that word a lot, so I do apologize if that gets annoying. But I do like the new design they went with in terms of new color of skin and the rocket arms and stuff. And the green, like I was mentioning, the skin color, like the Hulk, which is really cool. I just really like to see that. And I think it was our first time seeing an Ultimate Alien, I think. And it was Albedo, I think, who turned into him. So, personally, we're going A. This may change. I might change before ending the video, so we'll see. But right now, we're giving Ultimate Humongosaur an A. I love seeing him whenever he became Ultimate Humongosaur. It was really cool to see that. Ultimate Swampfire. Personally, I really love this one. I'm probably going to give an S. I think that's just to be honest. I wish he used it more, and I learned this over time, or I was like learning this as I was going along watching Ultimate Alien. A lot of times Ben didn't turn into Ultimate Aliens a lot. Like at certain points I'm like, okay Ben, let's go Ultimate. And he doesn't. I'm like, what? But I really love Ultimate Swampfire. I really love the design, and I wish he used it more. I really, really do. I love Ultimate Swampfire. It's so cool. Ultimate Spider Monkey. One that he probably used, I don't know about the most, but he used him quite a bit. Personally, I'm going A. I like the fact that it went from a small little spider monkey, now he's a gorilla with like these, you know, like spider legs behind him. Essentially, I said tarantula legs, like tarantula. Like I said, I'm tired. Do apologize, but I'm going Ultimate Spider Monkey. I'm going A. And that's fair. I love that it's a completely crazy change, just like with Ultimate Swampfire, because Ultimate Humongosaur, it's very similar to Humongosaur, but at least the Spider Monkey Ultimate, it's very different in terms of a very different species of monkey entirely. Now, one that is, I think, underappreciated because the redesign isn't really that great when he goes Ultimate, for, of course, Big Chill. He just goes red, but his fire is so cold it freezes, right? Like, it's a cool concept. I'm going to personally give it a B. People I saw that didn't like this at all. Like, people were commenting when he first appeared, we saw Ultimate Big Chill. We're like, oh, really? I like him. I do. He didn't use it much, which is fine because at the end of the day, Big Chill can be just used and it's fine. Like going Ultimate Big Chill really didn't change too much necessarily. Like I said, it's just a fire ability, but it's so cold, it's fire that it freezes. Like, so at least that concept's interesting. But yeah, I kind of wish they would have done something a little bit different with Big Chill when he went Ultimate. Water Hazard, our first new alien. Personally, I'm not really a big fan of Water Hazard. I think the actual character, like the actual character we met within the show in terms of the whole, oh god, what's his name? I'm forgetting the villain's name. And once I remember it, I'll be like, seriously. But the whole storyline surrounding the aliens that were being hunted or whatever, Water Hazard, I think that character was cool. But the actual alien itself, I mean, it's fine. So I'm personally going to give him a B. I think Water Hazard's okay. There's a reason why Ben hasn't used him much, because I don't think he's really that useful. Unless you need water. But other than that, I mean, you know, there's something else you can do. Ultimate, just one second, it's Cannonball. Yeah, I was like, is it Cannon? My mind was, bleh. Ultimate Cannonbolt. Personally, I don't, like, I love Cannonbolt, but I don't think the Ultimate really did much, really. I'm going to go B again. I do like I said, I like Cannonbolt. I loved when they introduced him in Classic. I loved it. It was a great moment for the show because now we're getting past that original 10 alien slots. But the Ultimate didn't really do much, just like with Ultimate Big Chill. It really didn't change too much. But it was still cool to see, you know, Cannonbolt, but Ultimate, I don't know. What was the name of this one? Amphibian. Yeah, okay. I was like, is that Amphibian? A really interesting alien in terms of its powers, because when you see Amphibian, you think it's gonna have certain power set. It doesn't. It actually has something completely different in terms of electricity. You should think it's more water based. But personally, I like Amphibian. I'm gonna go A. I think that's fair. I think Amphibian's pretty cool. I wish we saw more of him, and I don't know why they didn't use him as much, because I thought it was like interesting to add a very, because what I love at least about Ben 10 is that there's a lot of variety in terms of what the aliens look like. And for some reason, Amphibian was like a really cool character, but they hardly like were using him, and they weren't finding ways to use him in the show. It's really unfortunate. But then again, they were focusing heavily on the bigger named aliens that people recognized more. So I understand, hey, we can try to push Amphibian as much as we can in terms of in the show for marketing for toys, but at the same time, people love this character. People love this alien. So, it just made it kind of difficult to kind of put in the mix. Now, Armadillo. I think Armadillo's awesome. I really do. I wish Ben used him more. Now, thankfully, Ben has used Armadillo in Omniverse, as what I've seen so far. So that's really cool. Personally, we're going A again. We're going A for Armadillo. I really like Armadillo. He is pretty damn awesome. And hopefully we see more of him in Omniverse, since we know that Ben can turn into him because he already has. I think it was episode 2. Yeah, just go for it. Keep using Armadillo because that's a really cool character. I do hate the fact that they had Armadillo as like official introduction in terms of like a big heavy role within a Argent episode, but whatever. Ultimate Echo, no question, S tier. I think this is probably one of the best ultimates that they've done in the show is Echo. I like Echo as a character, like it just by itself. But when he goes ultimate, everything changes because I think Ultimate Echo is overpowered as fuck at times. But I really love it when he uses Ultimate Echo. And I think the reason why they don't use him as much is because he's too OP that it's kind of like difficult to, it would be just too easy, I think, to use him, and it was probably too difficult to come up with scenarios to keep using him all the time. So they used him sparingly, which I understand because, like I said, he's OP, overpowered. What's the name again? Oh, yeah, Terraspin. Okay, I was like, what is it? Terraspin. See, once I say it, now I remember. I like Terraspin. I think he's a cool alien. Now, the thing is, yeah, it's just a giant turtle. Just a giant turtle. But I love the power sets. And the fact is that Terraspin is used, of course, in continuing in Omniverse. So it seems we'll be seeing, hopefully, Terraspin more. Personally, we're going to go A. I like Terraspin. I wish Ben used it. Now, it would have been interesting to see some of these like newer aliens as ultimates. Like, what would that would have been? I wonder. But I like Terraspin. Cool character. Yeah, simple in terms of like, oh, it's just a giant turtle. Because obviously, look at these other alien designs and stuff. Yeah, really over the top. But yeah, a giant turtle. Still cool. Still like the character. And I like the actual character that, of course, the DNA is pulled from in the show. Agrigor. That's the name. See, I told you I'd remember. NRG. Energy's okay. I think the character was more interesting than the actual, like, alien that Ben turns into, like, from the DNA. So, Energy, I'm going to give a B. I think he's okay. I don't hate him or anything. I just wish... I don't know. Ben uses him enough, but I kind of wish there was just more to him, I guess, and there really isn't a lot there necessarily for me. Ultimate Ben. Now, obviously with Ultimate Ben, Ben's eventually going to become what we presume, what we thought at one point. Now I think things have changed now with Omniverse. I don't know. But this was going to be Ben in the future. But now things, I think, have changed. But I'm personally going to give Ultimate Ben an A. I think he's a cool version of Ben. The idea of him becoming his aliens, but he's not changing into those aliens. He's taking on their power set. A very interesting and very bold direction, because it's very different than the other, like Ben 10,000 we saw in Classic and the future stuff, because he was turning into all kinds of aliens. Like, he had access to over 10,000 aliens. And now this version of Ben, Ultimate Ben, is just literally hitting his watch, and then he's taking on the power sets of the aliens instead of actually turning into them. So a very interesting choice, and the storyline surrounding him and his involvement in Ultimate Alien was really cool. So give him an A. Yes, fast track. That's for make sure. Yeah, fast track. We're gonna go D. Personally, I'll tell you why. I'll tell you. Now, I know apparently fast track was only introduced because he was, I guess, created for a video game or some shit. That's not really why I'm putting him in D. I'm putting him in because they literally just replaced Accelerate with fast track. That's all they did. Like, it's really unfortunate. I actually don't really hate fast track, but I do because they literally just put him in for marketing for a game, which is kind of dumb, because you literally could have just had freaking Accelerate, which thankfully, by the time this video before this video actually comes out, because I'm putting this out before the episode drops, Accelerate actually shows up for like 20 seconds in an Omniverse episode. Was it 5 or 6 that I just watched? I think it was 6. But regardless, it was so cool to see him, even though it was for a small bit of time. But they literally just replaced Accelerate with fast track, which is so stupid, because, like, what the fuck? Ultimate Wild Mutt. there are a lot of people that just don't like Ultimate Wild Mutt. They love Wild Mutt, but they hate the Ultimate. Personally, I don't hate him that much. I'm gonna go B personally. Maybe C because I really don't think he does. It really doesn't change much. Because personally, for me, if you're just gonna give me Wild Mutt, I don't really need the Ultimate version because he talks, which is kind of odd, but it doesn't really like break it for me. I just want Wild Mutt. I just love the classic aliens. Like to me, as I've always said, you guys know, I love classic Ben 10 the best, and I don't know if that's ever going to change. Maybe Omniverse does change that for me, but for right now, classic. So for me, whenever I get the classic aliens back, yes. So ultimate, I mean, like I said, this could fluctuate, and I'll go through this once again once we're done to see if I'll change my mind. Next up, yeah, it was Chameleon. Yep, Chameleon. I like Chameleon. I'll go A. Maybe B. Like I said, I might change this when I go through it again just to verify my ultimate result. So please continue to watch. Um, he didn't use him much though, but his power sets and the story surrounding the actual character was really fascinating. And I'm actually learning this as I'm talking about this more. A number of times the aliens are introduced, like where the DNA is based off of that Ben eventually turns into them. Sometimes the characters are actually more interesting than the actual aliens themselves when Ben actually uses them. But in terms of Chameleon, great character, and I really like the design. It's really unique, and it was a pretty damn dark episode of Ben 10 Ultimate Alien. So yeah, Chameleon's gonna give an A. That may change though. Edel, he is useful, but yeah, go B on that. I don't know if Edel was necessary. Because I don't know, are we gonna see Edel again? Is Edel gonna show up in Omniverse? I don't know. Don't answer that question. It's spoilers. But I don't think Edel was necessary for the show. I don't think so. He is strong, and I think when Ben used him was effective. There was the one time he turned to Edel and he fought, I think, Vilgax or something that didn't go well. But he was very useful at different points. But I don't think it was necessary to introduce Edel. Like, I didn't see a purpose to introduce Edel. Personally for me, because we've already seen Upchuck, who does pretty much the same shit, kinda. Okay, and no, yeah, I was making sure Clockwork. I thought it was like time something. Like no, it's Clockwork, Clockwork, or however he says it, Clockwork or whatever. Personally, I'm gonna give an A on Clockwork. I am. I think Clockwork is great, and I think it's really cool that, of course, we're continuing him with an Omniverse. We saw him within, what was that, Jolt from the past episode. We saw him turn into, by accident, of course, he didn't want Clockwork at that time, trying to chase the, whatever, the bolt looking, like, those characters are annoying, but there was a reason why they were being chased or whatever. They were leading Ben to where they were in terms of getting captured and stuff. But anyways, back to the point. Clockwork is awesome. I love the abilities of Clockwork. Outside of him using his abilities to actually see events that have occurred and everything and winding back time, he's not really that useful, but he is useful for sure, and I hope they find ways to actually use him more within Omniverse, hopefully, because I think Clockwork is a very unique, standing out alien for sure. Jerry Rig. So, Jerry Rig for me is, I don't know, like, I think Jerry Rig's introduction was interesting. It was in the same episode as, oh god, Dr. Animo, which was the whole farming thing. Like, he was a farmer. That was funny. But I don't think Jerry Rig really did much. Like, yeah, destroying shit, and at one point figuring out, oh, I can repair shit. I don't think Jerry Rig actually did too much necessarily. So I think we're gonna go B. Ultimate Way Big. I think we've only saw him once at the very end of Ultimate Alien fighting no, it wasn't actually Vilgax. No, he was fighting I'm forgetting the name now, but he was fighting the villain or whatever before Vilgax took him over. Like I said, I'm forgetting names and I'm really tired, so I do apologize. But you know what I'm talking about. Like, he only appeared once. So we're gonna go B personally because I didn't see enough of him to really give him a ranking. So I'm gonna stick with B on this. And that's all of them. So we're going to go through here just to verify Fast Track. I think that's fair to stick Fast Track and D. Just keep Fast Track there. Let's see. I think that's fair. I mean, I could put Edel in C, but I think Edel there is, that's fine. I don't think we need to move Edel, even though I feel like it's not really, like I said, we already have Upchuck, so what was the point? I think that's fair. Like I said, I would put Ultimate Way Big higher, but we hardly saw Ultimate Way Big. So you can't really, it's hard to rank off of one appearance. Now I understand, one appearance for Ultimate Ben, but the ramifications and the storyline, like we saw Ultimate Way Big for like a couple of minutes, but Ultimate Ben was in the entire episode for the most part. So yeah, I get that counter argument if that comes up in the comments. A tier. I think that's fair. Yeah. And yeah, I'm fine with that. I think now I wonder if people are actually going to be like blasphemy in the comments, like, why are you putting him up in S and you're not putting Ultimate Humongousaur up there? Like, what the hell? It's like, I mean, I guess I could. I mean, yeah, I'll put Ultimate Humongousaur up there. That's fine. Okay. Yeah, I feel better about. I mean, because I do like Ultimate Humongousaur, but I guess I mean either or it's fine with me. But I think yeah, I think it's fine. Okay, I'll stick with that. That's fair. So there we go. So that is your rankings, guys, for the Ultimate Aliens and the new aliens from Ultimate Alien. What do you guys think of the overall ranking here, and how would you rank? And I'll actually put this in the comments in the description as well if you guys want to rank yourself and to see where you place them at. And if you want to send them to me, whether it's through Discord or Twitter or whatever, just send me your your final ranking of ranking them out and see how we differ, how we compare, and that'd be kind of interesting to see. So curious to see where you guys rank the aliens here from Ultimate Alien and new aliens from Ultimate Alien. So let me know your thoughts in the comments below about my list. Let me know your thoughts in your list as well if you guys want to do that. Like I said, hope you guys enjoyed the video. It was fun to do. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Talk to you guys soon. Peace out.